Welcome to the really fun and easy fast way of paper making. My name is Allison Rusk, that's my real name, but I'm also known as the Paper Lady or Paper Alice. I am here to show you how easy it's going to be to make a gorgeous sheet of paper in less than 3 minutes using your junk mail, everyday items, grass, spices out of your cabinet, dried or fresh flowers in less than 3 minutes. So I thank you for your time, and I thank you for allowing me to show you this world of magic. Step 1, the materials needed is an old blender solely for making paper. So you don't want to use a KitchenAid, just something that you can get at a yard sale. You also need a plastic container, one filled with regular tap water, and then a cookie tray or a sheet to get rid of the water. Today I'll be demonstrating with an Arnold Grummer paper mill available on my website. We have 2 sizes, but today I'm going to show you how to use a smaller 8 by 5.5 size that will make a gorgeous sheet of stationery, or when you fold it in half, make cards. Step 2, all you need is a paper base, and this is so awesome. You're going to use junk mail, everyday junk mail, and 1 business size envelope is all it takes to make 1 perfect sheet of paper. You're going to rip it up and put it in a blender, and you're just going to cover it up with regular water. Now, there's no exact science here. I like to cover up my paper so that the blender doesn't agitate, but if you're more into the math aspect, it takes about 3 to 4 cups of water. The hardest thing to remember always is to put the lid before you start, and I always press blend. Not too exciting at this part, but if you'd like to put a napkin for color or use a piece of paper, this is where it gets exciting. So if we choose purple, we're going to tear a little bit of piece in there. We're going to raid our kitchen cabinet with some parsley. I'm going to go outside and pick fresh grass. I'm outside now picking regular grass. And a pinch is all you need. You can use fresh flowers. Petunias are wonderful. You can even use herbs and spices that you have. Chocolate mint is my favorite. So we'll come back in and make our sheet of paper. Here's the grass and the fresh petunia that I picked. And now I just want to add a little bling. So I will put some iridescent sparkles, or you can use glitter or anything else you have. And then you're going to blend it up. Now the longer you blend your paper, the finer it becomes. The shorter, the chunkier. You remove the lid and look at the gorgeous concoction, or paper pulp is which it's called. And then this is where it gets exciting. The kits that I sell consists of a grid and the magical screen, and then the frame that forms your sheet of paper. And what's so great about it is it just velcros together. So you just strap it and stick it in your container with water. You take your beautiful concoction and pour it right into the frame. You want to mix it around with your fingers like a big paper mill would do, and lift straight up. You undo the straps, and here is your gorgeous sheet of paper. You can leave your paper the way it is now, or you can jazz it up 1 step further. And I love to use pressed leaves or flowers, so you can place that right on top, and then you're going to go to the next step. You're going to get a screen and a sponge, and what you want to do is get rid of the water that you just put in. So you're going to sponge all that off, and you're going to recycle it back into the container. And look at your gorgeous sheet of paper. And the best part is that if you don't like it, back in the blender it goes. But I think it's a keeper, so we're going to go on to the next step. Now the last process, you're going to receive 20 of these reusable blotter papers. I've had mine over 15 years, but it only goes to show you that everything is reusable. You're going to place one on top of your sheet and try to get rid of as much water as you can with your fingers. Then you're going to flip the whole thing entirely over and then peel off your top screen. Now at this point you can let it air dry. If you're in a place where it's sunny, it usually takes about 30 to 35 minutes. But if you don't have that time, we're going to go to the next step and we're going to use the ever popular ironing method to dry it. So you're going to use a second sheet. You're going to place it on top. In the kit, there will be a press bar available, which you can use to get rid of the water, or I personally like to use my hands and fingers because it's more therapeutic. Then I'll set aside both of the blotter papers to dry, and I'll peel off my newly formed sheet of paper, and don't worry, it won't fall apart. And here's your gorgeous sheet of paper, which I'll put in between a regular napkin. I like to treat myself to lunch every once in a while and grab an extra one. And then have your iron on the very highest setting. Put it between the napkin and then just iron it dry. This usually takes about, a minute and a half or so, depending on how hot your iron is. But the coolest part is if you put spices or any kind of scents, you could smell all the scents permeating with your paper. There'll be a point that you can iron directly on your paper. If you do have a flower, you want to iron it from the back, and you can just directly iron on top of your paper. It'll get about a half shade lighter, and then you'll know your paper is dry. But if you let it air dry, it will keep more of its color. And here is the finished product. Now the possibilities are truly endless. Once you have your sheet of paper, it's hard to believe it's still paper. You can write on it. You can use a ballpoint pen. You could draw on it. You can make bookmarks, journals, stationery sets, envelopes, lampshades. We have templates available that will make your life so easy. The other paper mill kit that we have available is a larger size frame that will make an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, which is great for making placemats, photo frames, scrapbooking pages. You can even sew and quilt your pages together. The possibilities truly are endless. Now the kit that I've shown you today, I've had for over 15 years. But the greatest thing is it's the one-time investment. I will be able to show you what everything includes in a kit, and you will be in your own world of paper making. We also have a second size kit available. It will make an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Everything is all included, and it also has an envelope template, so when you pour your pulp, you'll be able to make matching stationery. Now to duplicate your time, if you're going to be making lots of paper, there is a template available for $7.95 that will make 2 small sheets of paper at the same time, which is what I demonstrated with the smaller kit. So now you have a small sheet, an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and an envelope template, and you'll have your own stationery store. Included in every kit, I have 10 envelopes, and I know you have the junk mail, but just to show you that it only takes 1 small envelope for the small kit and 2 large envelopes for the larger one. The angel wings, they're hand-dyed flowers from Thailand. They're my personal favorite because when you blend it, it becomes a really cool feathered effect, and the iridescent flakes to give it sparkle. I thank you again so much for your time, and please check out the rest of my website for more encouraging ideas, DVDs coming soon, and please don't hesitate to email or ask me any questions because I always want to hear about your paper making journey. Thanks again.